But I think the three things which have changed, at least in the last 50 years, are one, female achievement. So women are typically earning more than men at a certain age bracket, and they're going to college at a higher rate. So just to give you an example of the statistics, so in the 1960s, there were 1.6 men to every female at a 4-year US college. By 2003, there are 1.35 women for every man in a 4-year US college. And women are going to college and earning degrees at a higher rate than men. And this also applies to postgraduate degrees, where something like 12% of women have a postgraduate degree relative to 8% of men. And when it comes to the economics as well, the Press Association compiled a lot of data looking at economics, so earnings. And what they found was that women between the ages of 20 and 29 made, on average, 1,111 pounds more than a man in that same age demographic. So that's one point. The one factor being improved female attainment. The second factor is that there's a greater variability among males. And this is with regard to economic earnings and such, right? All the characteristics that you would look for in a viable partner. That there is a wider distribution of men economically, so making more money, attaining more sexual partners. And so this variability is, of course, going to play to that top 10% of men. And the third thing is, I think this is an important one because it's probably with regard or with relation to technology. So an expansion or globalization of the sexual marketplace and the collapse of local status hierarchies, where things like Instagram, things like Tinder are making it such that there's an international pool of partners with which you can select from that you couldn't have before. So 50 years ago, you'd probably meet someone, a romantic prospect in a bar, local bar, or at a rec center, or whatever it is. Certainly, my parents met locally, right? They were maybe from different villages or something, but it was a local phenomenon. But today, everything is international, everything is globalized, and that all these characteristics together, along with hypergamy, has resulted in this massive imbalance.